Motivation feels good, but it's unreliable. Discipline, on the other hand, that's the girl we want to be a part of. That's the team we're trying to root for, the discipline team. Welcome back to, seriously, the Claudia Project, where we walk and talk and figure out how to be our best selves. This morning we're talking about why motivation is not what you want to be, what gets you up in the morning. You want to rely on discipline, and why that's kind of the case, because most people think motivation is going to get you there, and it never is. The sun is really beautiful this morning, isn't it? Welcome back again. Sorry guys. As we get used to this, we'll get better, but I hope that you guys are enjoying these. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Motivation is something that I always thought I was missing. I would get these really strong senses of I would be out in my clothes and be like, tomorrow I'm gonna go to the gym for an hour, and I'm gonna go to the gym every single day, and I'm gonna stop eating all of this terrible food, and I'm gonna only eat grilled chicken and broccoli for every single meal, and I'm gonna fast on Mondays. And I would be so motivated in the moment, right? Because my swimsuit maybe didn't fit great, or I'm in my closet trying on clothes, and I know that a year ago that they fit really great, but now it's not so great. Well, the motivation in that is really awesome and it feels great, but then the next day comes and you put on clothes that actually fit, and now you don't feel nearly as motivated anymore to do all of those things. And so you start making small concessions. You start thinking oh, well, this outfit fits okay. I don't need to really go to the gym, and people are saying that I look really nice, so I'm probably tripping, and the motivation has left. The discipline in it is deciding that it's a non-negotiable that I walk every day for 30 minutes and showing up every single day and doing that walk, setting that alarm 15 minutes earlier than I set it the day before, walking just a little bit. The discipline in it is what makes the change. And like we talked about yesterday, making those changes be 1% different so that it's actually realistic, and sticking to that plan is what's going to make you be a better person. Today I brought notes so we could stay connected. Again, motivation, emotional, and that's how you need to think about it. It's always going to strike you in a time where something else has prompted it, whereas discipline is something where, again, the word is non-negotiable. For us, we've started doing no dishes in the sink before we go to bed. And what's very easy in my house, I won't speak for you guys, is we cook dinner, feed everybody, do bedtimes. Now there's dishes in the sink. And then we'll come downstairs, and every night we'll watch a 30-minute episode. Currently, we're behind on watching The Bear on Hulu. Very good show. I suggest you check it out. And I always fall asleep because, again, I'm getting up at 5:15 to walk through my neighborhood and talk to you guys. And then I wake up and I just want to go get straight in the bed because I'm trying to be in bed by 10 p.m. so I can be asleep by 10:30. 1% better because I was staying up till 11:30, which does not work for my morning routine because I'm trying to be disciplined. But now the non-negotiable is we're washing these dishes. And sometimes I get up and I'm like, oh, I'll just go to bed, think about it tomorrow. And I think, no, you said that you're gonna clean these dishes before you go to bed. We said we're gonna wipe off all the countertops in our house before we lay it down, because when you wake up the next morning, you feel so much better. And that's not to say that sometimes it's not gonna work out. Sure, that's true. But if you're disciplined about what your goals are, every day you get a little bit better and a little bit better. So it started with taking all the stuff off the stove. And this sounds crazy as I think about it. It's like, these are things that I should definitely just be able to do. But you guys know life comes at you very, very fast, and it's easy to get into, I wouldn't even say like a routine, but definitely it's easy to get into just living and not, I gotta trade you out, my arm's tired, guys. It's easy to get into a routine of just doing things and leaving things around, and then the next thing you know, your house is a mess, and you have to spend 3 hours on a Saturday cleaning up, which is not what we want. And so the discipline in this, it feels hard in the moment, but it does make things better long term, which is what you definitely have to think about as you are going through this. The biggest difference I think you should think about when you're considering changing your mindset from being motivated to do things to being disciplined to do them is not deciding that you need to be disciplined about everything at once. And I know it feels like a broken record, but this is definitely something I have to think about all the time, is you can't do everything. Like, it doesn't matter how much you think you can. It doesn't matter how much you try. You're not Hercules. Like, you can't hold everything. So you have to decide, like, what are things that I want to be disciplined about, and then get used to yourself doing them so that you get in the habit of them being successful. And then once it's like brushing your teeth, then you add something else. What do I mean by that? So when you were little, brushing your teeth was a struggle. Like, your mom would ask you to do it. She'd have to remind you. Like, right now with our kids, when I wake our 6-year-old up, I'm like, hey, did you brush your teeth? And she's like, oh, I forgot. And so she has to go back upstairs. She has to brush them. And some days she gets it and she does it. But then as soon as she's like, I brushed my teeth, I'm like, okay, did you make your bed? And she's like, oh, I forgot. So it's like we're creating these tiny habits in her right now on, like, these are non-negotiables in the morning. And the same way that you have non-negotiables, maybe you don't have kids, but the same way you would train a kid or train a dog, like the dogs know you got to hold yourself to go to the bathroom outside. The same way you work through that is the same way you need to think about how to get disciplined yourself. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and be disciplined on working out, eating good, cleaning up your house when it's happening, and folding the laundry as soon as it comes out of the dryer, and then putting it away. Pick one item that you are like, okay, I want to walk every single day, and you add the walk in, and know that means that there's probably some other things that you've been trying to do that are going to go by the wayside for a little bit, and that's okay. But as you build that discipline muscle, one, congratulate yourself when you actually accomplish the things that you've been trying to accomplish. Like me, let's give myself a round of applause. This is day 6 of posting for you guys every single day, and this is taking discipline, because this morning I wanted to sleep in, but I don't have the time to do that if I want to get these videos out every day before you guys are headed to work. So I pushed through, and this is a non-negotiable for me right now. Like, and maybe there's some other things, like making the sandwich that I was supposed to make at 5 a.m., but because I wanted to sleep in a little longer, I wasn't able to do that part of my routine. Maybe those are some other things that have to sit on the wayside. But the discipline that I'm focused on right now is this. And then as I master this and get used to it, then I'll move back to other things, right? As I've stated already, start small. 1% change. If you haven't watched the 1% video, it is in the playlist of these daily walk and talks on Seriously. But start small. That way, as you accomplish those things, you can cheer yourself on. I talk about this all the time. You are your biggest motivator, and you are your biggest cheerleader as well. So, like, when you notice that you've been disciplined for 5 days, do something nice for yourself. And I'm not saying buy anything extravagant, but I am saying, like, if you've been drinking a bunch of water and you love grape juice, have a cup of grape juice to celebrate. Or, sleep in a little extra. Add a little bit of I don't know, what are you into? What are you into? Me, I'm in a handbag, so I can't get into that kind of thing, right? My husband will literally go bonkers if I'm buying handbags every 5 days because I wash the dishes, So, but I do have to find a way to do that. Sorry, guys. Today I'm looking at notes, which you should be so proud of, to try to keep myself on topic, which is important, I think, right? Let me know how you guys feel about that, if it's okay. I'm a one-woman show out here trying to give you guys what is now kind of turned into a podcast accidentally. But, that's sort of the case. Anyway, where in your life do you need more discipline? Where do you want to start out to be focused on? And how are you going to make that change today? Like, it doesn't have to happen overnight. I think it's really important to just start, not make some big to-do out of changing something like this, deciding to be disciplined in your life. So pick something that you've been thinking about for a long time that you wanted to get started on, and just do it. Like, I don't want dishes in my sink when I wake up the next day. Every single night before I go to bed, I'm gonna wash these dishes. It's gonna take me 5 minutes, and I can make that happen. And really, as you do that, even if there are things you want to focus on, it will start to just happen in other areas of your life. If I see things on the floor, I'm just gonna pick them up right now. Like, I can fold these clothes up really quick, I can put them away. I say that as we have a basket of laundry in my house that I've been walking past the last couple of days. And I know it needs to be put up, but I don't want to do it right now. So just know you're not alone. I'm in this with you, literally. We're walking these streets, walking the literal streets of Atlanta every single day, because that's what needs to happen in order to reach my goals. And it's a non-negotiable, and I'm going to be disciplined in this with you guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays with you a long time. We will be back tomorrow. We'll be doing a catch-up. Maybe I'll try to get my girlfriend to walk along with us and chat. This was seriously the Claudia Project, and I hope you enjoyed. See you tomorrow. Bye.